but with maybe a game in hand, we should say. You know, you have got Frank that is there too. So because of that, this next match is going to be one to keep an eye on. They're in the mix zone right now. We can take a little look at them as to how excited, nervous, the intensity. We can get all the emotions from them now. And yeah, a few smiles on their faces as we've seen there, Harry.
Yeah, good to see that, isn't it? It's good to see a relaxed environment. Both men know that, you know, they're in some okay form coming into this. Obviously, Appease is a bit further up the standings. But I think we could be into a nice, relaxed game here, and that's when some of these players play their best.
It's a derby, Southeast Asia derby, and it's a great match to watch, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
That's true, yeah. The Asia Derby, of course. There's going to be plenty on the line now. Everyone in the chat will be rooting for who they're supporting. So let's kickstart this match then. We have got Frank, who's facing Appease.
What make me confident to reach top 2? Of course, because of my gameplay, because it's all about the gameplay in eFootball. Let's pray for me so I can become champion here and bring back the trophy to Indonesia.
Philip the best player in Asia. I can fight them.
Well, welcome to the stage. Two men fighting for supremacy at what could be a major fork in the road here in the mobile groups. Here at Old Trafford, you're looking at Onik Frank taking the hot seat on the left-hand side of the stage. Stumbled a bit in his first game, but has gotten 3 points under his belt up against the man who has not struggled at all here, Alex. Appease here at Old Trafford is one that needs some serious beating.
Interesting to see definitely this match in terms of the matchups, tactics. They know each other. I expect they can predict what the other is going to play at this time of the competition. Appease coming with the confidence that's in his favor, definitely. But I don't know. I mean, it feels like this game will come up really often in mobile competition all over Southeast Asia, internationally, definitely, worldwide as well. But today is a massive one. It's almost like a semi-finals, we can call it in that way, because the 3 points here between these two will define most of their chances throughout this group stage competition.
Yeah, on the right-hand side of your screen, the man who currently leads the group, 19 years of age, our Asia West qualifier for the Manchester United club event. Appease up against the Old Trafford Cup champion, Indonesian national champion of 2025, and the Old Trafford Cup winner. It's Frank. He is a player that often, Alex, we say we're looking towards him to finally realise and achieve his potential. Domestically, he does so, but internationally, when he comes up against some roadblocks, sometimes he is falling short perhaps too often than we expect of him. Now is a chance for him to take that leap here at Old Trafford.
No, he's set up the line too high at the India start, because he's well recognized, having a great fan base, coming from such a strong country as Indonesia is. So you always expect a guy from Indonesia to be on top, as well as happening with Brazil, no, overall. And especially, I have a really good faith of him. He can be today the moment to level up this expectative and to perform. And Appease, we'll see. I mean, it's a rough battle. Everything will be defined who can take the lead. We haven't seen many goals, so maybe his guy Frank can take the lead and manage and prudently take the 3 points in this match.
Well, the group hangs delicately in the balance. Appease, this is his last group stage game. All eyes are on him. Everyone chasing, trying to catch him. And if Frank can put 3 points on the board in this match, boy, does it send us to the last 2 rounds of the group being an eventful one. It's time to rise to the occasion, Alex.
We'll see. I mean, I'm curious to see. Main thing over here, Ugarte could jump in, Beumo, Shesko, how you can combine within these two. Great match ahead of us, ladies and gentlemen.
It is a great match. We're here at Old Trafford. You mentioned that these two previously will come up against each other domestically out in Southeast Asia, but forget the form book, forget every single match they've played together before. It's a new day, it's a new game. We kick off with Appies in the all-white strip, red cursor in possession, up against Frank, who's having to defend here quite early, and does so in the opening 5 minutes. He'll be in the home strip, in position to try and open this group wide open. As I said before, 3 points on the table here for Frank. If he can grab them, it will make things very interesting indeed, as an early controlled strike from Appies just goes wide of the target. First strike on the board. It's getting tense and nervy here, as we're about halfway through the mobile group stages. Time is ticking down. At the Manchester United Club Finals of 2026, Alex, this game is going to be, as I said before, very tantalising, very interesting. We might look back on this game at the end of the day and think, you know what, that was the turning point here. If Appies gets 3 points, he's basically qualified.
Yeah, exactly. In front, what is expected, Frank taking possession, taking the control, and he would love to have. But you know, Appies seems to be comfortably blocking some of the line with now. It's finally, if Frank having a space for, but unlikely, maybe a step forward will have turned into a goal. Was anyway a great save.
Big save and a corner to come. Best chance of the game thus far here in the first half. Goes the way of Frank. What can one of Indonesia's finest do for us? Short corner into the box. Cunha to stand one up.
Oh, still on.
Still alive for Bruno Casemiro.
Great defense.
Great defense indeed. And maybe turning into attack, but that one won't find its way through to.
We are seeing quite often that those action on mobile, not those long through balls, approaching the advantage, the speed advantage of the striker over the defenders. But now great header by Shesko and Beumo and Shesko.
WPS Appies breaks the deadlock here. It is Shesko. Continues his fine form at the top of the table. He scores first there, Alex. Perfect counter-attack.
And the difference was that ball that he plays over the top. Once he wins the header, one defender's off, in this case Joro, and then that empty line to look again for Shesko. It was pretty smart. No, those long balls mostly often is because of that, to win that challenge and drive opponents out of position. Perfect executed by the man from Malaysia.
And a chance following the goal for Frank to assess his options tactically. Take a look at some of the personnel changes available to him as well, if he feels it's needed. But I don't think he's played bad in this first half, Frank.
No, definitely not. But at this level, you know, you need to be that creative, not to be that to max the differences, no. And then definitely Appies did a great chance approaching it, and now It's time for reaction for Frank.
Advantage to Malaysia in the Southeast Asian derby. And most importantly, you can see the impact that's had on the group table. As it stands, a piece would be guaranteed.
Isn't it kind of copy of the stand at this moment in console?
Almost exactly the same. In fact, it is exactly the same as it stands.
Unbelievable.
We'll see if it changes though. Towards the dying embers of the first half here, Pease is dispossessed.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Now Frank, well, he'll be grateful for the half-time whistle. Sloppy in his build-up, but at half-time, it is just a 1-0 in favour of Pease. This one is hanging in the balance. We can take a look at what's happening between Juninho and Flashu as well. Is this Flashu taking the lead against the world champion?
Totally unexpected, and that could relieve him totally huge chances if he finally end up winning that game to getting into the final.
Hey, if you want to be the best, you've got to beat the best over there.
Totally.
You can see in the secondary stream, they're in the second half, and it's not 1 goal, Alex, it's 2.
Flashu has become Juninho, what I don't know, it's massive 2-0. And Juninho over the edge a little bit, you know, to need when it's another one.
Surely not 3. Surely not 3-0. The 17-year-old on his international debut.
Oh.
With a ball over the top towards Kenya.
What a gameplay is he doing? 3-0. Unbelievable, Flashu. What a performance.
Well, that would set the proverbial cat amongst the pigeons. 17-year-old from Malaysia making his international club debut here in Manchester. And that is why the table is looking somewhat unexpectedly.
Even losing by 3 goals, still second, Juninho. Well, now
That's
scores!
the equaliser! Well, on one stream, Malaysia absolutely delighted. But here on the main stream, it's a gut punch. Frank is on the board. And this second half, Alex, just became very interesting.
Yeah, important that starting positioning from Mbemo in that secondary line, joining the attack. No marking, no one joining him, following him afterwards. Empty spot, even securing the angle for finishing with that double touch. Impossible for that sliding tackle to block. Well, Frank is back on track, getting the equalizer.
May have found his form at the perfect time. And that would push Juninho out of the top 2 as things stand. Frank would take a big leap up the table, but here comes Pease almost immediately trying to regain his advantage in this match. This is fascinating stuff. Into the feet of Sheshko. Unable to connect up top. Pease, and now he's going to have to concentrate on defensive duties. The Englishman on the far side is able to win the ball back for him. Bruno. Here to Buemo. Casemiro. The midfield's starting to tick a little bit here for Pease.
Taking his time now, Frank, to build up his play. He needs to take the risk. He needs to build up like that. We saw also on console, if you perform like that, you build up the play the way you want to, it's an advantage. But, you know, you're taking the risk. And as of now, the equalizer is not that bad to Frank, considering the stance. Oh, the mistake now.
Ooh.
The misclick.
That's a big giveaway, a turnover. Oh, in the final third. And Pease will win the corner.
Simple fake shot, leaving behind his mark. And the finishing almost being the leading again. Great save. We haven't talked much about the keeper. We say he conceded many goals, but this time it was really perfect positioning. But still possession for a piece from Mr. De Haka. We'll see which subs joining into the game. Diallo, Mason Mount, both as AMF as well. Joshua Sixi. We saw before Sixi could be a solution, definitely. Interesting, really interesting. How different is compared to console or mobile? Do you rather have fullbacks, left and right back? Compare on console, that mostly they go for 3 center back and then you choose between left back or right back. Different stats, different, mindset on how to afford your messages, depend the platform. But in the end, you can do mostly the same. That's pretty awesome. The way you can play, enjoy your eFootball matches, doesn't matter the platform you are in.
Well, one thing that's consistent, no matter which platform you're playing, concentration has to be the name of the game in these late stages here. During this tactical pause, of course, it's a time for a bit of a breather, but as soon as that ball is back in play, it's time to go. I mean, we've got, what, about 10 minutes left on the clock here, Alex? Not much time to play with.
Not much. A couple of ones. It took a long time to make those substitutions, definitely. Sometimes it is even better force even to throw out the ball to make the substitution. But as of now, either can be happy. The point is positive. Even as for Frank as well.
Number 19.
So we'll see. Corner kick for a piece.
Number 8.
Amad Diallo, left foot.
Number 18.
Canopies get the winner here from the corner.
Number 30.
Say closest that we've seen all of today.
Number 16.
Scoring directly from a corner.
Number 7.
But now it's Frank's chance, if he can maintain possession and this counter-attack, maybe getting towards the last chance of the game here soon. Mason Mount in the centre circle. Good balance of possession play for him. Lays it off to Mount as well, who can run onto it with a bit of pace. Back to Xerxes. 90th minute stuff. This would be it here for Frank. Oh, I can't beat the defender. It's blocked.
He was either the defender or the goalkeeper, but everyone was defended. There's very last chance was still on for Frank.
Still alive here for Frank. Xerxes on the D, on the turn. It bounced, but only into the goalkeeper's hands. And that will be the full-time whistle. Appies and Frank, 1 goal each, a 1-1 draw. And I don't know, Alex, who that benefits more.
Well, mostly
the
point to be alive, no? Kind of highly percent to appease to be into the final, and for Frank that is still on his hand. If he do this job, winning his last match, he will be in. So that's mostly the most important thing.
Well, a really great, entertaining 1-1 draw between those two. The Southeast Asia derby never disappoints. Anytime two of these nations end up battling head-to-head, whether it's console, mobile, it always delivers. It was Appies who scored the first goal in the first half, Alex. That was pretty silky stuff.
Yeah, I could identify any dominance between these two throughout the match. It was on par. It was someone slightly better at the start, definitely Appies. Then second half, we see now found that isolated chance from Frank, definitely perfect executed. What a great goal by Brian Mbeumo. And overall, even he had a chance in the very last chances to even win the match. But unfortunately for him, were blocked and deflected. when one of the action for a piece, the fake shot, the finishing, great save. Was a nice try by Bruno Fernandes, showtime car. And then he was the very last one, Joshua Sixi, the solo action, deflected, almost in.
Very important intervention there by Appice's defender. Good respect shown between the two of them as well. 4 shots from Frank to just the 3 of Appice, but the only stat that matters there, Zara, is 1-1. 1 goal apiece, 1 point apiece going into the last round of fixtures.
I know, yeah, just to make it just that slightly bit more interesting for us as we carry on. But now let's get the thoughts from a player in the mix zone with Ronnie.
Yes, let's see what is going on, Frank. Mind. How did you feel after the match?
I feel a little disappointed because I can win in the last chance, but I think I don't know about the group result. I think I still can qualify, so I will finish the group stage strong. Yeah.
Well, it's 1 match left to you. You will be all in on this match.
Yeah, so I just need 1 win. So just pray for me, my supporter from Indonesia. Pray for me so I can win the next match and I go to the final.
Definitely. Thank you so much, guys. Zara, let's back to you.
Thank you so much for that, Ronnie. Great to hear from him there. And it was an interesting fixture, that, wasn't it?
It was quite gritty, and we expected nothing less from 2 amazing players from an amazing region of eFootball Mobile. And